Gain check. Kenneth, gain check. Do I sound? You sound good. You sound good. What's up, Steak? What's up, everybody? Good morning. Ooh, a little Philadelphia Phillies hat today. Look at you getting centered in the camera without me having to say anything. Why do you have that look on your face?
I don't know.
You got a fucking giggly ass look on your face.
I'm just happy to be here.
You know what? That's a pretty cliche saying. You actually look happy to be here.
Yeah.
This is the most look happy to be here look I've seen you had in a really long time. But I can't help it though. When you look happy, you look mischievous.
Yeah, that's a good point. But I will say this. If I said live in the dream,
oh God,
it would be like, oh God, he doesn't mean that. He probably wants to die inside. But happy to be here. Like I'm genuinely just happy to be here.
Yeah. You're not a live in the dream guy, are you?
I've never been.
Thank God.
I kind of give people like a double take when they say live in the dream. Like, is everything okay at home? Is there anything you want to talk about? Like men's mental health is important. I just want to make sure you're good because live in the dream, that's code for something.
Yeah. And you know, I know my friend, you've met Tony. Tony, yeah. Great dude. His sister's husband. It's this guy named Giuseppe. Great guy, like hardcore Italian.
Incredible name.
Oh, diehard Rangers fan. Really, really good dude. Like just genuinely one of the nicest guy I've ever met. But he cannot help it. Anytime you ask him how he's doing, it is always living the dream.
Yeah.
He is just a living the dream guy. And like, I know he's good. I know everything's fine, but it's like, fuck, Giuseppe, you just will not ever let that go. Yeah. You won't let that go. Booker Chew's coming in here saying, Steak is him. What's up? We got a hype train nice and early. Ball talk. Elite Gambino. Happy Monday, gentlemen. What's up, T-Call? Tony lost big on the damn Poly Market play. No, that's not Tony, but I know who you're talking about. Yeah, Steak. I think that's who. I think you're talking about Tim. Yeah.
Tim and Tony. Close enough.
Close enough. Isaac Shoemaker won with a new follow. What's up, Isaac? Welcome. Captain Hook's props. Oh, that was yesterday, 20 hours ago. Football, bourbon, and gambling. Great recipe for being snowed in. That's fucking right. And the only Casper W Fake Sharps. Appreciate you guys being here as always for the recap. Nice and early on a crispy and cold Monday morning. How is the weather for you down there in Florida? Steak?
It's a little rainy today. We're about to tonight. We're gonna get back into the 30s. My wife's coming into New York. I know you know that because I told you I was considering coming if there were any sporting events, but there was nothing for us to do. But she's freaking out about going. I guess it's going to be 3 degrees when she's there.
Lies. There is something for us to do. I think the Brooklyn Nets have a home game.
I would fly all the way there, and you straight up wouldn't go to that game with me.
Listen. You're probably right. First of all the way there, it's like a 2-hour flight. That's not that bad.
Yeah.
But your wife coming into New York, anytime, I think I said this when Trent had to go to, God, what did he fucking go to? Do you remember this? It was like a Lakers Knicks or a Mavericks Knicks game or something. It was like Luka in the Garden. Do you remember this? He went to like a Knicks regular season game last year.
That sounds awesome.
Oh, yeah. Okay, great. Sounds awesome until you realize you're flying into New York in January.
Yeah, I know that part. Yeah, for sure. That part sounds tough.
Yeah.
I almost felt like maybe he didn't think about that part.
Well, listen, I mean, young guys probably don't think things through, but also it could have been a business decision. But all I'm saying is when you get a little bit older, you start to think about like the weather, the logistics, the shit like that, instead of, oh, cool, I'm going to be at Madison Square Garden when Luka is playing basketball. But yeah, it's very cold. It's very cold. I shoveled some snow. Were you about to say something, by the way? I didn't want to interrupt you.
No.
Oh. Yeah, we got a lot of cars shoveled in or snowed in. Not mine. I took it upon myself. I was proactive 3 times yesterday. I went down. I have this like it's like this long stick, whatever you want to call it. It's got a brush and it has a scraper at the end. And I've learned the hard way, when you let snow just pile on top of your car, and you don't do anything about it, the next day or two, unless the temperature goes back up to 40, that snow is going to freeze.
Yeah.
And it turns into a big block of ice in your car. And I found this out the fucking hard way. I told you when I got into my car, I hadn't started it in a month and the battery was dead. It didn't turn on. And I also was like, oh shit, I was 15 minutes late to an appointment because I had to scrape my windshield. So what I did yesterday is every couple of hours, I went and we just brushed the windshield off. And it was great. Even actually, I almost missed a lot of that third quarter in the Seahawks game because it was like the last opportunity to like dig the car out. So Anyways, these are all the struggles of living in the North.
Yeah, it's been really, really interesting. Like I said, the only thing I have to compare it to, the way everyone's reacting about the storm, is what Floridians act like during hurricane season. But
Right.
it was really interesting to walk my daughter to school in 70-degree weather and then see what everybody else was dealing with. As a guy who's been considering moving out of Florida, this storm would make you very pro Florida.
Oh yeah. You definitely take for granted, as I did, my whole when I lived in Florida until I was 25. You take for granted walking around in a t-shirt in January and February.
100%.
It absolutely rocks. And Greg was saying, and he was right, we haven't really gotten a bad winter in some time. This one's going to be pretty rough. The next couple of days, the low is 1, 3, 4, and 7. So
that's insane.
Yeah, and I got to go out tomorrow, so that's gonna suck. Maybe we'll get where's JMO? Are you in here? We haven't done a city bike stream in a long time. I'll give you a chilly city bike stream going through the snow. That'd be fun.
That actually sounds like a good time.
It does. Fat Girls, what's up? Good morning, Unc. Stay warm. Wow, what got into Fat Girls this morning? He's usually
nicest message Fat Girls has sent in a year.
Ever. Appreciate that. Good morning. That's the low. The high is like 17 or something like that. Drake Mid, I'll say it. Ooh, yeah, we call that nice scraper. We sure do. It was bad yesterday, Pittsburgh, man. Literally didn't leave the house once. Yeah, I ran out Saturday. I had all kinds I was running out like crazy. I bought a book. Probably not going to read it, but I bought a book. Yeah. That was fun. Love buying books. Reading, not so crazy. 20 degrees in Georgia is absolutely insane. Florida all my life. I don't think I can move away. The cold weather is miserable. Dude, I totally don't blame you. Do not blame you at all. 16 inches in Indy, just shoveled the driveway. I am numb.
God. 16 is crazy.
I'm trying to think what we ended up getting here. I know my wife told me, but I forget. I don't know if it was like, I think it was, they said it was going to be up to 16. I think we got like 12 or maybe 13. I'll have to check. Try 10 pages a day. Think you can do that. When I read Shoe Dog, that is what I did. Greg let me borrow Shoe Dog. That's the one I read in the sauna. I gave it back to him, and like 80 of the pages were all ruined. I'm in the Midwest. Michigan summers are great, but we are getting blasted. Yeah. I have heard Michigan is a lovely state in warm weather. I didn't really think about that. Steak ain't moving out of Florida. Good morning, fellas. Fuck the cold. Would love to be home in Miami. Shout out Newark. LOL. Yep. I don't know. I think Steak would move out of Florida, but you're not going to go.
I'm going to go to Georgia.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're not going to go very far north.
No, I can't go that far from here. I would have to stay pretty close to Florida. Minus 22 in Montana. God, I love Montana.
I have the squarest answer of them all, but man, oh man, there's nothing like a bowl of chili. When you're
I was going to say broccoli cheddar soup. I don't know if that's a horrible
Sure.
thing.
No. Soup is good. You know what we got? So remember my Trader Joe's run? I've gone through a lot of those things, by the way, and people are asking for reviews. I will give you one. Shout out to the guy who keeps asking me about the Manchego Añejo cheese. Not very good. Did you see I got the loaded mashed potatoes. It's like already made, bacon, everything like that. Well, we got some ground lamb, and I'm going to make shepherd's pie with some extra shredded cheese and some sour cream. Ground lamb. Ooh, I cannot wait. I'm a big lamb guy. Tomato soup and grilled cheese. That is a good one. Yep. I'm from New Orleans, so it's gumbo for me. You know what? That would be a fun cooking stream. Try to fuck around and make some gumbo. Chicken tortilla soup is not bad. It's not my favorite. I don't know.
Yeah, it's not my favorite either. I feel like most places have that, but gumbo, I just went to New Orleans for a wedding with my wife, and she started to judge me because I literally said, I'm having gumbo every single day from a different place. And she's like, are you serious? I'm like, every single day. We went to the hotel. She's like, okay, I'm going to get ready. I was like, cool, I'm going to go for a walk and get some gumbo every fucking day.
Do they sell it in like little like to go walkable cups, or do you have to sit down and get a big plate?
I sat down and ate gumbo by myself 4 times that trip. 4 times.
That's awesome. You should have documented that.
Zero regrets. Yeah, I actually should have.
I don't judge you at all. I think that's great. Also, now that I think about it, I was talking about this to my wife because we want to go to a golf tournament. I was looking at some on the schedule. There's always it's called the Zurich Classic or Open or some shit in New Orleans. It's not a very big tournament, but there are some good names that play there, and it's in New Orleans, and it's the same weekend as Jazz Fest. And I don't know, I haven't been to New Orleans since I think our buddy's bachelor party.
That's a really long gap.
I've been twice. We went back. I went for my 30th. Awesome time, but I would love to go back. And I've heard Jazz Fest rocks. Do you know anybody that's been to Jazz Fest?
No, I don't, but it sounds in New Orleans. That sounds awesome. Do you know my New Orleans story for Joey Dump's 30th birthday?
Is it, are we going to get canceled?
No.
Okay. No, I don't think I do.
Well, it was in March of 2020. We went for Joey Dump's 30th birthday, March of 2020.
Right before or after everything shut down?
Right before, dude. Friday, Saturday, the most normalest days ever. We're doing what you do in New Orleans, raging. And then the last day, dude, everything shuts down. Everything shuts down. They got like police doing sweeps of Bourbon Street, completely empty. And police are just driving by, making sure no one are on there. And we're still stuck in New Orleans. And like, it's like gotten so serious that our family starts texting us like, hey, you need to get on whatever the next flight is home, or you're not going to get on a flight. Like the world was shutting down and we were at Louis Armstrong International Airport or whatever that's called.
Yeah. Shit airport, by the way.
Not a good airport. Definitely a scary place to be when you think you might be stuck there.
There, I do remember their airport not being a fun airport to be in if you have like a delayed flight or something like that. Damn, that is a pretty wild place to be. Now that I think about it, I had a legendary March Madness lined up. I was going for Tony again, bachelor party, March Madness, everything paid for by like his family as a gift to be in Vegas for March Madness, and that was the weekend after everything shut down.
Oh yeah.
So at least you got a fun trip in right before. That's kind of cool. Also, now that I remember this, you got sick when you got home, didn't you?
Yeah.
Did you have COVID or were you just sick?
No, I got COVID on my birthday in May that year.
Okay, so you didn't have it, or maybe you did, but you didn't really know yet. I don't know if the tests were proper, but anyways,
I did a very dumb thing for my birthday. You probably remember. I don't think this will get us canceled either, but obviously I own a bar and it was closed because of COVID. And so everybody went to the bar for my birthday and it ended up being like close to 70 to 80 people in that bar.
Gavin Newsom motherfucker.
Everybody got COVID. Everybody got COVID. Everybody that was there got COVID. I could probably go one more. I think I could say this. Man, this next one is borderline.
Oh boy, what are you gonna say?
I did Molly and I was hugging everyone.
Oh, you went full Rudy Gobert. Wow, that's great. That's a good COVID story.
Yeah. Imagine having business partners that that are all older than me and they're grown men, and then saying like, hey, yeah, so I did throw that party at our bar. Because I did do some Molly and I was hugging people and now we all have COVID.
Nice job, you fucking idiot. All right, good banter to get it warmed up. Auto Gelato and Danny with a sub bank. Appreciate you, Hype Train Level 1. We are rocking and rolling, and I'm looking at it here. Yep, 50 in YouTube. We've got 100 plus in Twitch. I think we're ready to get started. I don't know what's going on. Hold on.
Wait, real quick. How funny is, because you met Tim, my buddy, in real life. You know him. How funny is that? How funny is that you can bet on that on Polymarket?
Oh, well, that has already resonated with me. I've seen the things that you can bet on, and it's hilarious. And it's like, on one hand, I think it's cool. On the other hand, the issue I have with it is like, it's all like benefiting insider trading, essentially.
Yeah.
It's like people who know things that are going to happen can now get incredibly wealthy by betting on it. But the fact that there's a market for like just about anything is kind of crazy. But your friend, Tim, because I know Tim and he is hilarious. I saw Beef say that Tim scares the shit out of him. He is like an intimidating guy on the outside, but he's one of the nicest dudes I've encountered on the inside, which is great. Although when we met in Jacksonville, the first thing him saying when we all got there, when we're about to practice for the American flag, is him calling me out for when he listened to the show. Is like, I know you don't believe in the Jags, brother. I heard you shitting on steak for betting on Trevor Lawrence. I was like, dude, I'm a fucking Jags fan today. Leave me alone. That is pretty funny. So he hammered Iran to get bombed 2 days in a row and he lost money.
It had to happen on the 14th or the 15th, but his best friend, who was also at the game with us, said it was like a complete lock. And I just thought that's so funny because we all have been in that situation where your friend tells you something is a lock and you trust them, but $5,000.
Well, also the funnier thing is, dude, is we've been on the receiving end of so many people in our DMs trying to help us and being like, bro, my cousin plays for the Arizona State women's team. They all have the flu and none of them's going to play. Take Maryland minus 15.5. And then you're like, okay, thanks. And then you look and it's like Arizona State's up 8 with 4 minutes left. And it's like that shit just never works for us.
I've said this on stream before, but I feel like we should make it clear. I actually think insider info given to us, the fake sharps, is like 1 in 199. Literally. I think one person gave us real info.
Yep. I almost wish we remembered who it was and gave that person credit, because I do remember there was one time it came through, but so many times before that it had fucked us. And we're like, I know I'm just going to tune all of it out. But I do appreciate you guys trying. Steak, we got some ball to talk. So it's 10:19. You know, we don't have to be here for a full 2 hours, but it is Monday. It's the recap. There's a lot of things closed. So bringing the people some entertainment this morning sounds good. So I don't want to rush through it. I want to really take our time and talk about any and everything that we possibly can. Goots is coming out with UFC takes. I would like for you to talk about that. So we have like, you know, we're going to recap both games yesterday. Yeah. We're going to talk like gut check, first reaction. What do you think about the Super Bowl matchup? There's some things like funny things online that we wanted to touch on with the Mina Kimes take about Geno Smith leaving the Seahawks. That's going viral again. I think that would be kind of funny. We already got some people in my comments because I did tweet it defending her. Shout out Luke if you're in here. But if there is anything else that I am missing that sounds fun to talk about, you've been on fire in the NBA. I don't know if there's any NBA related topics. Kind of think it would be a good time to chat about that for another 10 or 15 minutes or so before we get started. How do you feel about that?
For sure. And I'll give a quick UFC recap if you want to listen to it.
Sure, I do. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. This is the comment I actually wanted to highlight, so I'm glad he said it again. I believe this is a fair request, and I think now that football's over, we can definitely carve out 20 minutes a day to discuss the NBA board. What do you say?
Well, I say yes, but we also don't really have a choice. The thing is, you kind of have to take the reins on this, and I feel like you don't ever really want to chat NBA that much because it's so early in the day.
Here's the thing, and I'll work on it for everyone because I love everyone so much, but I don't look at the NBA board till after we finish streaming.
I know that.
And I don't even know who plays today.
But that that to me it's a good and bad thing. It's bad because the people want to hear you talk about NBA between 10 and 12. But the good thing is we're not being phonies. Like,
yeah, no, but I'm going to work on it.
Okay. But we don't want to fuck up the mojo or the juju and have you, you know, get in your head or start thinking differently because we go through it on the board review, because you've been on fire and we're not looking at the board on the board review. You understand what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
Can we all agree Thug Rose was robbed? I don't know what he's talking about. Don't mess with
That's one of the fights in the mid card.
So, yeah, all right, I got a question about the UFC. And a lot of people have been asking me. They're like, oh, DGen, Jeff, whatever. You ever going to bet on USC? You ever going to get into USC? I like the UFC. Like, if it's on. I never really stay up for it anymore because the shit doesn't fucking start until midnight. But, you know, I would say back in the day when like Anderson Silva was fighting, Chuck Liddell, you know who I used to love? Who was that little like Californian dude, Uriah Faber or something?
Yeah.
Good memory, right?
Yeah.
I love that guy. Like, I had a little bit of a window of liking betting on and watching UFC. I kind of just haven't really stuck with it or followed it. But something that I have a hard time with is this sport out of all of them that I feel like we would follow, like you know, I guess soccer is probably also up there too. This sport can get rigged and fixed so easily.
Did you see they removed a fight from the card because of a regular?
That's what I'm getting at. What I'm getting at. And I know there was big UFC card. I didn't really follow it or get into it, but I knew. I mean, I see people talking about it. I knew of it, and I saw that happen on Twitter, and it almost just kind of reassured me that, like, I know I'm going to bet on basketball games and football games where, there's funky shit going on, and that is what it is. Fine, so be it. But, like, I don't know, man, for some reason, like, sometimes with fights, it's just a little bit different when it's one-on-one and there's 3 judges involved. But I got to say, that's a terrible look. However, shout out to legal and regulated sports betting, because if not for that, that fight happens and people get fucked. I actually think that was a great thing to see in the overall sports landscape. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%.
There's unusual betting activity, just fucking scrap it.
They figured it out before the fight as opposed to realizing it happened after the fight and people either lost or made a bunch of money. I'm glad it happened for sure. It's, if you watch the UFC and you see some of the decisions they come to, you just know that there's something up. I've seen some of the worst decisions ever in the UFC, but for the sake of recapping, the Gaethje Paddy the Baddy fight was an awesome fight. Like, if there's ever a fight I could pretty much guarantee you will enjoy in its entirety, you could rewatch that. It was absolutely awesome. I really don't know how Gaethje, I don't know how Gaethje was plus 200 in that fight. Looking back, I can't believe they made Paddy the Baddy that big of a favorite. Gaethje beat his ass the entire fight, but like, Paddy the Baddy 100 million% made it worth everyone's money. He has like an iron chin. I mean, he got, I saw something like, I forget, it was like 200 significant strikes landed by Gaethje. He was just teeing off on him the entire fight. Gaethje is like probably one of the most underrated fighters in UFC history, and making him plus 200 was really crazy. I enjoyed every second of that fight. Sean O'Malley, Song Yadong. Oof. I'm probably going to sound like loser talk for saying this because I did bet Dong. I do not think Sean O'Malley won that fight. I really don't. I think he won the 3rd round. I think Dong won the 1st round easily and the 2nd round easily, 10-9. And then I just don't see how you could say Sean O'Malley won the 3rd 10-8. So I thought it was crazy, unanimous decision for Sean O'Malley. I wasn't surprised. It's like everyone kind of knew because it was Sean O'Malley and he is one of the poster boys from UFC that he was probably getting that decision. But man, I thought he lost that fight. And then Derek Lewis. Derek Lewis is, to me, a guy who can come in and look absolutely like one of the scariest motherfuckers in the UFC, or look like he's never fought before. And this was one of the fights where he looked like he had never fought before. He literally laid down. It was the weirdest thing you've ever seen. He laid down, literally laid on his back, and Acosta, or whatever his name was, literally just got on top of him and started beating at his ass, and it was a knockout. I think we're towards the end of the Derek Lewis run. I don't think he's going to have that many more fights. And then I saw someone say they thought Thug Rose was robbed. I don't personally agree. I love her to death. She's my favorite female fighter, but I don't think she did enough to win that fight.
Thug Rose is your favorite female fighter?
I love her. Love her.
I never heard you talk about her.
Yeah. This is we talk UFC 7 minutes every 4 months.
I'm looking now. I like Derek Lewis. I liked Derek Lewis, but you're right.
Hilarious and fun for sure.
He's 40 years old. I don't know who Waldo Cortez Acosta is. 17-2 is his record. Derek Lewis 29-13. I'm looking at, but you know what's funny? I've seen Derek Lewis fight, and what you just said is so perfect. About sometimes he looks like he's never fought before, and it's very frustrating. Oh, hold on 1 second. Hold on. Sorry, I'm getting a corp call. Hold on. Talk some fights real quick.
Oh no, yeah, that was it. And there was also, I don't know this guy's name, but I was just watching this this guy, I think his name might have been Josh Hokett, and he gave the funniest post-fight interview to Joe Rogan, and at the end he says Brittany Griner's a man. Did you see this anywhere?
No.
He gave a great post-fight interview, and then at the end he said Brittany Griner's a man, and then he walked off. But he called out Acosta, saying that's the next guy he wanted to fight, and he goes, and this man is a deadbeat father, but not to 1 kid, to 9. And then he called him out that he wanted to fight him. I hope that fight happens, because that would be a great.
Who is the guy that called him out? I love that.
His name's Josh Hokett, but I'm going to be fully transparent. I had not heard of the guy before this fight.
Okay. Justin Gaethje, I don't think I'm pronouncing it correctly. 37 years old. Yeah. American. I don't know why. What kind of last name is that? It's really interesting. He just looks like a guy that could kick your ass. Like if I see a guy like this in a bar, he can spill his drink on me, and like I'm not, it's okay. You know what I'm saying? Patty Pimblett, he's 23-4. This guy's fought 27 times.
Yeah, he's fun to watch. It is crazy that he was minus 240. It really is.
Okay. The Patty the Batty, by the way, I was just curious. Didn't he get like sponsored by Barstool or something early on? Is that still a thing? Do you remember that when he got
I think so. Yeah, I do think so. Because I remembered Portnoy being at all his fights, even though I don't try to remember if I saw Portnoy there in this one.
Thought that was kind of interesting. Also, there were some hilarious comments, by the way, when I was talking about the UFC being rigged. And then I did go on to say that I understand that there's going to be basketball and football games that are rigged too. But I just thought this was funny. You must not watch the NBA if you don't think it's rigged. Brother, I do not watch the NBA. So
he doesn't watch.
Catch that one, Cool Hand Fluke. Cool Hand Fluke is kind of like Derek Lewis. Sometimes when he comments, I feel like he's never watched the stream before.
Nah, he's like 90% of W, I'd say.
Who? Cool Hand?
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, big Cool Hand fan. But again, sometimes he'll just comment. I'm like, what are we talking about here, Cool Hand? Okay. Anything else UFC related that should be touched on?
That's all I got.
All right. Well, I have something else that we can talk about.
Oh, one more thing. I'm sorry. Paramount. It was on Paramount, so it wasn't pay-per-view. And I think that's really awesome. The fight wasn't pay-per-view.
So what do? You have to subscribe to Paramount?
Exactly, which I already do because Landman's the best show ever.
Best show ever?
I'm just kidding.
Oh, okay. All right. No. Wait a minute. How much is Paramount like an average? Is it like $6 a month or something?
I think it might be more like $11.99 or something, but it's around there.
Okay. All right.
So
it's still cheaper if you were to subscribe to Paramount and then cancel your subscription after you watch the fight than to buy a fight for like $40.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. Okay. Landman goated. Yeah, maybe I should watch Landman. We were gonna watch a movie. Have you seen the what is it fucking called? Housemaid, or heard of it?
No, my wife went to see it. I've heard of it.
Did she go to see it?
Yeah.
I've heard it's really good. The trailer looks really good. We wanted to watch it. And Saturday night, we got all fired up to watch a movie. But then we put on, or I was on Twitter or something, or we put on the TV, and it was like that notification that the Free Solo guy was going to climb that building. Did you see this? Did you watch it?
I saw everybody posting about it. I didn't see a
fucking.
What day was that? Was that yesterday or 2 days ago?
No, that was Saturday. I was
at the Magic game.
Oh, okay. He was supposed to do it Friday, but the weather was bad, so he did it Saturday. And we were gonna, because you can buy the movie for like $20 or $25 on Amazon and YouTube. So we saw the notification and we're like, oh fuck, we kind of have to watch this.
Did you available to watch on Amazon?
Housemaid?
Yeah,
I'm almost positive.
Oh, I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'll do a review.
Yeah. Did you did you watch Free Solo when he climbed the mountain?
No.
Oh, brother, you got it.
The Magic game.
No.
Yeah.
This was the second thing he climbed. The first thing is called Free Solo, where he scaled the side of this big cliff with no harness, no ropes, nothing. You ever heard of it? It sounds like you haven't. Do you know who this guy is? Have you heard of him? Okay, got it. Free Solo, El Capo. Thank you, Cash Cow. Yeah. You got to watch that, by the way. We always need stuff to watch.
I mean, football season's over. I'm gonna start watching.
Yep. It's called Free Solo. So that guy, he's like the best free, whatever you call it, climber in the world. And he climbed this building in Taiwan. It's called Taipei 101. I hated the name of the building, but it's like 1,700 feet. I think it's one of the tallest buildings in the world. And he climbed it, which was pretty wild. It was very, very good. I thought he made it look pretty easy. And then when you go back and look at the mountains he's climbed, you realize like, oh, dude, climbing the fucking side of a building actually is cake for him. Jay Measy said, definitely watch Housemaid. It's fire. Awesome. Yeah, I was too, D. Mahoney. So we put it on. We're like, let's watch 10, 15 minutes and then we'll put the movie on. I couldn't stop watching. So it was like almost 2 hours and then we didn't end up getting to watch it. Z can suck it. Alex conquered Taiwan before he did. Very funny. We're not going to talk politics. 3,200 feet wall of death. El Capitan. Yeah. Alex Honnold is goated. He really is goated. Okay. There was another thing I want to talk about, and then we can get into the games. I can't believe this is real in the NFL. There's some news. I can't believe it's real. Do you know what I'm going to say?
Mike McCarthy, the head coach.
Mike McCarthy is the head coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers. What's I don't know what Greg said. I know he tweeted something funny when you did that tweet about unfollow me and follow Greg. I forgot that I unfollowed Greg. Yeah. So I haven't seen Greg's tweets for like a week.
Oh, yeah.
And then I realized I had to follow him back. And I was like, oh, let me go see this fucking idiot's been tweeting. And he tweeted something about Mike McCarthy. I didn't even read it. But I don't know. I don't think he thought that was really going to happen. And here we are, and it happened. And I just have a hard time believing that it's real.
I feel like Greg would hate Mike McCarthy extra because he's fat. Like if Mike McCarthy was the same exact person, but he wasn't fat, Greg would get over it. But it's the fact that he's Mike McCarthy and he's fat that Greg is just fucking livid about it, I think.
Dude, you're so right. You're so right. That is hilarious. Steak made a tweet that said it was a giveaway. Go unfollow DJ and go follow Greg. And then he said there was like a net 23 gain for Greg. So I said, fuck you, I'm going to unfollow you. And I unfollowed Greg as a joke, and then I forgot.
DJ lost 17 followers and Greg gained 40.
17? I lost 40, you fuckface. I think I got a couple of them back. But anyways, we're fine. Yeah, it was very funny. Morning, gents. God bless those of you that don't have to shovel this morning. Back to the grindstone. Yeah, I did last night. It was not fun.
Dude, talk about it. I'm going to let you talk about it.
I'm ready to rip into Greg. I'm ready to rip into him. But hold on. Let's talk Mike McCarthy for a second. Pretend you're a Steelers fan.
Okay.
There's actually a guy who I follow. I don't know if you follow him. He actually looks like your friend. I think you're going to know exactly who I'm talking about when I pull him up. Let me close Gaith G, Derek Lewis, and Patty the Batty. All right. I think his name is Steel City. No, Steel. Fuck. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? It's a super fan. He's got a beard. Big Steel. Is that what it is? Don't send me to a freaking porn thing. Is this the guy? That is not him. No, Big Steel, I think. Shit. Does anybody know? You guys know who I'm talking about. Let me just check one more thing. That fucking loser. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. All right, I can't pull it up. Anyways, we're just going to move on. But this guy was bitching and moaning about Mike Tomlin getting fired. Mike Tomlin gets fired. And then they hire Mike McCarthy. And now he's screaming and crying about hiring Mike McCarthy. And everybody is actually just commenting, which is hilarious. It's like, dude, you wanted him to fire Mike Tomlin. Who did you think they were going to hire? Like, how can you be this upset about Mike McCarthy? Kind of a valid point. I certainly would have no issue with the Steelers parting ways with Mike Tomlin. I have no issues with that. But if you are a Steelers fan right now and your head coach is Mike McCarthy, your quarterback is Aaron Rodgers, how are you feeling?
It's one of the funniest things that's ever happened in the NFL if a team in 2027 season goes into the year with Mike McCarthy as their head coach and Aaron Rodgers as their quarterback. It would literally be the funniest thing ever. I can't think of anything funnier. Like, I actually really can't. And the Ravens and the Steelers are so interesting to me because they're like you come to the fork in the road, that meme when there's a fork in the road and you're choosing your head coach and you're like, washed up old fat loser or a young guy who hasn't proved anything yet. And the Ravens went with the young guy that hasn't proven anything yet. And I saw fans mad about that. It's like, I would take a chance with Jesse Minter 10 out of 10 times before I would take Mike McCarthy back to coach my football team. I think it's an absolutely awful, awful hire. I bet the Steelers to win the division this year. That's how much I believed in the Steelers. There's nothing you could get me to do to back them again this upcoming year. There's nothing that could happen. Mike McCarthy won one Super Bowl with Aaron Rodgers, who was literally a god on the football field during those years for the Green Bay Packers. An absolute god, the way he put passes into receivers' hands, and they were nobodies. A lot of them were nobodies, and he only pulled out one Super Bowl, and it was 18 years ago now, which is crazy to think about. Mike McCarthy is a loser, and this is a loser hire. I'm not upset, to be clear, Token. I know some Ravens fans, they were bitching about it. They didn't want a defensive guy.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I don't mind Minter. I think Minter would have been a pretty cool hire for the Steelers. I feel like a defensive guy for Pittsburgh just feels right. You know, I'm not saying anything groundbreaking, and I'm sure some fans are like, no, we want to break the mold a little bit, maybe get an offensive guy, but you know what I think? I think that would be like Luke Fickell going to Wisconsin and trying to do the air raid offense. I don't see anything like that working with Pittsburgh. You got to have a nasty defense, and you just have to have an offense that can score like 24 points a game, 21, 24 points a game. You know what I mean?
And let me defend myself because obviously McKiffin said they definitely weren't nobodies at wide receiver. They weren't nobodies, but like Jordy Nelson exists because Aaron Rodgers exists. He was probably going to be a no-name wide receiver if he was never with Aaron Rodgers. And that kind of goes for like Julian Edelman and Danny Amendola. Randall Cobb's career was made by Aaron Rodgers. Like there was a lot of guys I feel like were put on the map by Aaron Rodgers being that good, but no, they weren't nobodies. You're right.
Yeah, I don't think Mike McCarthy is like the worst coach in terms of just coaches, but right now in 2026, it is ridiculous that he is still getting head coaching jobs. And Jesus said it. Jesus said it. Oh, hold on one second.
What's Ron Muck's mad about? What did we rage bait Ron Muck's with?
I have no idea. What is he mad? What is he saying? No. That is rage bait to them.
Which take, Ron Muck's?
I have no idea what he's saying.
Never seen him get so upset. He's the nicest guy in the world.
I know. I don't know. Did we say something about lacrosse? Yeah. Hold on.
Maybe one of the guys I talked about shit about on the Packers was a lacrosse player. I think so. I could see Jordy Nelson playing some lacrosse in college.
Jordy Nelson was a G.
Well, Nelson Edelman triggered me. Man, if you think Julian Edelman was having that career without Tom Brady, I don't know what to tell you.
Oh,
Jordy Nelson? Didn't Jordy Nelson get a chance to not play for the Packers somewhere?
Didn't
we think Jordy Nelson would be a superstar wide receiver with anybody but Aaron Rodgers on the Green Bay Packers? Do you think that?
No.
I don't think so either.
Oh, my God. He played in Oakland. I totally forgot about that. Craps fed Raw to trash lacrosse play. He's pissed. That's pretty funny. Steak probably thinks Charlie Becker also a nobody. Shaking my head. Yeah.
I listen to your show, Snowman. That one of the two guys up here.
Yeah, the Beak. Great comment. He's hold on. Where is after witnessing Liam Cohen, Mike McDonald, Sean McVay? I have no idea how organization decided, but yeah, well said, Ed. Well said.
Exactly how I feel.
It's absolutely on the money. This was a good comment by Jesus. Never forget Mike McCarthy lying on his resume like one of us to get the Cowboys job. He actually did that. He said he watched like every play from the Cowboys season and he was like getting into analytics. And then they asked him if he got the job. He's like, oh, yeah, I don't really know what I read. And he's just a big, dumb idiot. That Mike McCarthy's a big, dumb idiot. And for whatever reason with like football, we just associate like if you're kind of a big, dumb idiot, you fit the mold to be a football coach. But that shit is so done. Did you see the sideline of the Rams yesterday and the fucking Seahawks? Everybody that was running around looked like young, like fit, had like nice fucking haircuts and shit. And I'm not ageist. I'm old. I get tired. I go to bed at 9:30. I'm not saying everybody has to be like fucking 30 years old, but you got to get with the times. You got to get with the fucking times. And Mike McCarthy is so not a get with the times hire. He is not. And I don't know why the Steelers feel like they can do this. Why the Steelers just like, we're the Steelers. Unless, here's my question for you. Is Mike McCarthy like a Jacques Vaughn hire for the Magic? Like a bridge. Come here for a couple years, we're going to suck, tank, and then we're going to get our guy. Could be.
I don't know. I don't know. He's a bad bridge hire. He's not even a good bridge hire.
Because you think he's got a chance to go 8-9?
Yeah, I think the Steelers always kind of have that chance. I see McKiffin saying they'll win games. How many do you think they'll win? I'm just curious.
He did.
And then let me just acknowledge Dom Smooth real quick because he said the same thing. He said the same comment a few times, and he highlighted it, which I think cost channel points. Dom Smooth said, "Not making lays till I see steak stand pick. Motherfucker had Raptors and knew I was cooked with thunder in my lay. I know you see this, motherfucker."
He did.
I see it, Dom. The Thunder are not worth having in your money line parlays this year. That's all I'm going to say. They're going to lose more games than people expect.
Yeah. Then they're going to win the championship.
Probably. Yeah.
He's just here for the tank, dude. Now that would be brilliant. That is the only.
Is Mike McCarthy a good tank guy?
Sure, because here's what you don't want to do. You don't want to take a chance on anybody if you really want to tank. You don't want to do that. It's unfair to them. And what if the guy ends up being good?
Okay. Yeah. 9 games is fine. I'm fine with admitting they'll probably win 9 games.
No, but you don't want to win 9 games.
I know, but that's the problem. And do you get that? Mike McCarthy's not a tank guy. Mike Tomlin wasn't a tank guy. They're not tank guys.
Okay, so who's a tank guy then?
I don't know. I know it sounds weird, but okay. If I wanted to, I knew a team was going to tank, and I think a lot of people are going to hate this take, but it would be a guy like Antonio Pierce was for the Raiders. He's a guy that you like, and he used to play for the team, maybe an old linebacker, and he's fun to have around, but you're going to go 5-12, probably 4-13. And I would think that would be more of a tank guy. But an old football coach with a Super Bowl ring who went 12-5 4 years ago or something with the Cowboys, like James Harrison is a funny one. Like James Harrison would be hilarious as a coach for the Steelers for 2 years, dude. Wouldn't be practicing football, dude. They'd just be weightlifting every fucking day, weights.
That's actually that Snowman. You fucking nailed it. I don't know if you've seen that take anywhere else, but that's the first time I've heard it. They probably should have done that. Steak, great job. I think we did.
Don't forget, I gave Snowman the assist on that. It was like a John Stockton, Karl Malone pick and roll.
Yeah, you did. I'm giving you the credit. I think I'm going to give myself a little bit of credit too. I think we just absolutely nailed the Mike McCarthy to Pittsburgh hire.
Yeah, we did. So Snowman's Karl Malone. I'm John Stockton. You're Jeff Hornacek.
Absolutely fucking not. Absolutely.
You're not Jeff Hornacek?
No. I'm Penny. You're Shaq. Snowman's
Shaq.
Dennis Scott.
I'll be Nick Anderson happily.
How the fuck is Snowman Shaq? And you're just Shaq's like.
I saw a picture of you guys next to each other, and you look like you were different species.
This has nothing to do with the physical attributes. Actually, I take that back. I'm Shaq. You're Penny.
You ain't fucking Shaq.
In that conversation, I am.
Yeah, it's fine. Whatever.
You want to also look competent. I don't think Snowman wants to be Karl Malone. Oh yeah, apparently Karl Malone is not a good guy, right?
Yeah, no, I don't think he's a good guy. I think he's not a good guy.
Yeah, I forgot what he did.
Something to do with a minor for sure.
Oh shit. Yeah, I forget that sometimes.
Yeah, Sorry, Snowman, you're not Karl Malone. I don't know. I've lost the plot now.
Jason
Williams, Chris Webber, and Peja Stojakovic. Maybe we could be.
I'll take that.
People that are not good guys that maybe should be talked about more. Karl Malone, Brett Favre.
Yeah, there's another one that I keep referencing too, and I have to stop doing it. Oh, I know exactly who it is because I love this guy as a football player, but apparently you can't really talk about him. Lawrence Taylor.
Oh, I see. I didn't know that. I don't even know the story about him.
I still don't really either, but I tweeted something and somebody hit me with it. Does anybody know what Lawrence Taylor did?
I think that might have also been a minor.
Yeah.
You know the skit PFT does where he says, is he a better football player than person?
Mm-hmm.
That would be fun to make a list of like 10 athletes that are better athletes than people.
Yeah, that's a really good point. No, not cocaine, Tim. You can only do so much cocaine before people start to hate you. No, he did something else. Darren Sharper, bad guy. I don't even remember what he did. Ray Lewis killed someone the day before the Super Bowl. People forget. That is true. That is pretty fucking crazy that just happened.
Do you remember the story? This is random, and we got to start talking about the game, so we won't take up much time.
Right.
Do you remember the Miami football thing where the player got murdered? The player on the Miami football team got murdered, and then it ended up being found out like many years later it was his teammate, and there's like that crazy picture where like the team's doing like a memorial for him, and the guy that murdered him is like staring at the picture.
Can I just stop you for a second?
Yeah.
The Miami football team?
Yeah. Miami Hurricanes.
Thank you. Okay. Jesus Christ. It's not fucking Washington over here. The Miami football team.
That's what you took away from that.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Dude. So you never heard that before?
I couldn't even figure out. I couldn't even listen to
you. Now doesn't ring any bells?
Who?
Brian Peta was the guy. I think that's the guy who got killed.
No. Peta.
You never heard this story?
No.
Wow. It's a really wild story. It's actually a really wild story. His teammate killed him. And there's a picture of them on the field with a picture of him, and they're all like sad honoring it. And the guy that killed him is like staring death into his fuck. Yeah, it's crazy, bro. Pull up the picture. You got to do it. Brian Peta.
How long ago are we talking?
Yeah. We're not going to do it. We're not going to go into the Kobe thing. We'll let Kobe rest.
Brian Sidney Peta, accused of killing the attorney. Rashawn Jones is a guy who allegedly.
You should look up like Brian Peta picture, or something like that.
The suspect arrested in the case 2021. The two had a history of fighting between one another going back years. I'll have to read into this. I don't remember this at all, and it was only
okay. But just look at the picture. That's all I want.
I can't. It's not. Nothing's coming up.
If you type.
Oh wait. Yep. Yeah, but you can't really tell who's who. Hold on, I'll pull
You
it.
can. I was gonna say I think he's all the way to the left, staring at him.
Oh. Here, I'll pull it up. I'm uploading it as a picture. Hold on.
Brian Kelly, shitty guy, very shitty guy.
Oh yeah, that guy sucks. He's an awful human being. Here we go. I think I got it. This is interesting now that you mention it. I can't fucking believe I don't know this story at all.
Yep. That's him. 30.
So that's Brian Peta is the guy on the flag who's dead. Rashawn Jones
38.
38 all the way on the left.
Yeah.
Damn.
Isn't that insane?
Yeah. Pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry to get dark on there. I think no, I have one more thing we should talk about.
Okay.
I have one more thing we should talk about, and then we'll get into the games. So, Mina Kimes is making the move. What?
I have one more thing we should talk about. So, Mina Kimes, you fucking love talking about Mina Kimes.
Dan Roethlisberger gets swept. Yeah, Darren Sharper. I don't know what Darren Sharper did. Do you know what Darren Sharper did?
No, I don't. I would love for the chat to tell me, but if it's really bad, we're taking a bad turn in this stream potentially, because now we're talking about all the bad stuff.
Okay. Well, here's the problem. So everybody is shitting on Mina. Everybody's tagging me. They're sending me DMs about Mina Kimes, what she said about Geno Smith leaving the Seattle Seahawks. Do you remember what she said about Geno Smith?
She said, like, what a horrible move by the Seattle Seahawks.
Okay. Just say you don't know what she said, and then I'll read it to you, because that's okay. ESPN NFL expert Mina Kimes. Flat out here, I'll just pull it up on the screen. This is what she said. She said, flat out, this is a terrible move by Seattle. Chances of upgrading are extremely low.
I fucking said that, and you acted like I didn't almost say
Nah, you didn't really say it. You didn't really say it. You just guessed. Now I want to be clear. I want to be clear. I'm not going to shit on somebody for this. I don't think this is that bad.
Of a take?
Well, obviously it looks bad. Flat out, this is a terrible move by Seattle. Chances of upgrading are extremely low. Listen, here's my opinion, okay? My opinion is if you talk about sports and you're in the world of talking about sports, you're going to say shit that blows up in your face and you're going to look dumb. This, to me, is not something I would necessarily pile on someone for, because I'm guilty of it. You're guilty of it. I didn't like the Sam Darnold signing for what it was when it happened.
It wasn't because I thought they should have kept Geno Smith.
No. Don't get me wrong. This is a horrible take.
Okay.
It's a horrible. I'm not saying it's a good take. It's a horrible take. To say that the chances of upgrading from Geno Smith is very low is a bad take.
Yes.
But it's easy. It's just very easy to go back and dig this up. And that's going to happen. It's going to happen to you. It's going to happen to me. And that's okay. We signed up for it by putting our thoughts out there. And a lot of people don't. They're scared to say things and be wrong, but they're very, very quick to criticize. Now, you know, I'm not the biggest fan of Mina Kimes. I truly do not hate her. There's a lot of people that hate Mina Kimes. I mean, I'm tweeting about it right now. You should see some of these fucking comments. People,
I know.
I really do not think she's the worst. People always are like, oh, DJ, you're a Mina Kimes hater. No, she dunked on me or tried to dunk on me. Thank goodness SVP got my back. If you don't know who SVP is, Scott Van Pelt. That was great. I did a video about the NFL being a shit product, got 4 million views. She retweeted and was like, oh, what do you mean? There's a record number of one-score games this year. Your take is stupid, essentially is what she said. And then Scott Van Pelt was like, yeah, just because the fucking Jags Titans was 10-7 doesn't mean that was a good game.
Yeah.
Thank you, SVP. What I wanted to do was bring light to what I think was actually a far worse take and something that should certainly be criticized that I think a lot of people forget. So I tweeted Steak and I said, I'm not going to pile on Mina with her Seahawks take. Instead, I'm going to take the high road, being sarcastic, and remind you of this reaction of the Bills drafting Josh Allen. Is everybody ready? Can you turn your volume up? Because I want you to hear, I swear there used to be video. And the video is nowhere to be found. I think she probably had it scrubbed from the internet.
Conspiracy theory.
Not kidding. This is Mina Kimes' reaction to Josh Allen being drafted. Everybody, please turn your volume up and let's listen for about 50 seconds.
Josh Allen. What are you doing? So let's remember. That's incredible. Nina's done for the day.
This is madness. I'm sorry. If someone has to speak for reason here, somebody has to speak for logic and statistics. I know stats are for losers, but I come here.
Hear ye.
I come here defending statistics and logic and playing good in college. What?
This is nuts.
This is great.
It is. I don't like that. Awesome. When you people watch this draft and you hear all these people talking, don't you say to yourself, they don't know anything. Nobody knows anything. Wait a minute. So Josh Allen is good, even though every single time that I've never heard his name.
Most of the rest of it is Dan Le Batard talking. Okay. Now, if you have a reaction like that, I hope that lives on forever.
You have to publicly apologize for that take when he becomes one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL and an MVP. That's the truth. The Geno Smith take, because I actually like what Nerfy Chad said. He said, we're always so good at hindsight. It's true. We are. I didn't like Sam Darnold to the Seahawks, so I can't give her like too much shit because I didn't like Sam Darnold to the Seahawks. But looking back, it was because Geno Smith looked so absolutely dog shit behind that Seahawks offensive line that I thought, wow, Sam Darnold can't look any better behind that offensive line. And then you just see like Geno Smith is dog shit, and he's regressed significantly since they wrote me off year. And most of his career in the NFL has been spent being dog shit. Like he's had 2 good seasons, if we're being honest. And that's if you want to call second season in Seattle a good one. That's up to you guys. I call it an average one. Doesn't matter. But if you have a take that bad about Josh Allen, and the thing that's so weird to me is like, what about all those quarterbacks that played good in college that are shit in the NFL? Why don't you mention that? What about Josh Rosen? Wasn't Josh Rosen in that same draft?
I was actually going to pull that up right now because I am curious to go through and see it.
Easy puck. Post. We know Hefe, and I reshared his tweet, but you should post it in here.
What?
We'll highlight it. Want to get Hefe's mom to the Super Bowl.
Okay. That draft, Baker Mayfield went 1, Saquon, Sam Darnold went 3, Denzel Ward, Bradley Chubb, Quentin Nelson, Josh Allen went 7th, Roquan Smith 8, Mike McGlinchey, Josh Rosen, Minka Fitzpatrick, Vita Vea, Darren Payne. I think that was pretty much it for quarterbacks. I'm sorry. Lamar Jackson, 32. Obviously a very good draft.
I wonder what a reaction was to Lamar.
So I just want to be clear because there are people defending this take. I think Otto Gelato or McKiffin, maybe they were being serious or not being serious. I made it very clear. You don't have to say, dig up your search history from 9 years ago. I just said it. I think I actually did kind of take the high road. I'm not shitting on her for the Seahawks take, which was a terrible take. You're going to be, yours was a joke. Okay, thanks. You're going to be wrong a lot and you're going to get shit on for it. And that's totally fine. This is the common response for people actually defending her. This guy, maybe Luke, who's okay, I'll retweet that in a second. This guy, Luke, who's been following us for a really long time. He said, DJen, I know you just started watching ball yesterday. Nina's not going to fuck you, little bro. But Josh Allen was really bad before he was really good. What a stupid fucking thing to say.
It is.
Dude simply couldn't throw. What a stupid fucking thing to say. And I want to be clear. I don't know if Luke is in here. I like Luke. I really do. But I just have to if you are going to hit me with, I know you started watching ball yesterday, and then you have the audacity to just say you wasn't good in college. Brother, I got a long fucking CVS receipt list of quarterbacks who were good in college that weren't shit in the NFL. Oh, you know who
almost all of them.
You know who could throw steak in the NFL? Sam Bradford. How good was fucking Sam Bradford? Where's Sam Bradford? How did any of these motherfuckers that could throw footballs really well at Alabama fare? A.J. McCarron, Greg McElroy. Any of these guys fucking pan out in the NFL? I don't fucking think so.
I didn't know you were going to throw Sam Bradford slander out there. Jesus.
Well, I mean, let's be honest. The guy threw a beautiful ball.
Yeah, he did.
Beautiful ball. So here's my problem. What is the issue with the team taking a shot on a quarterback like Josh Allen? What causes that reaction for Mina to scream? Someone said it like her cat died. I mean, ridiculous to be that upset about Buffalo taking a shot on Josh Allen.
When you played that video, both my dogs came running into the room.
It was the 7th pick. I don't know what you're saying this like that's too high or it's not, or it's too low. Luke is trying to say he had mechanics and accuracy problems in college, but had all the physical traits, just needed a good coach to work with him. Okay. He didn't say that second part, first of all, just so we're clear. He said he's basically defending what Mina said she was there for. Okay. This is what annoys me. She said, I am here to speak upon statistics and logic. That's what she said. Logic and statistics. How many fucking guys in college have good stats and look like good quarterbacks and have good mechanics in college and aren't shit in the NFL? How many guys? Tons of them. Yeah. Endless amounts of them. So all I'm going to say is, and we can move on. I got to take a piss and then we'll start recapping the games. Luke is saying he wants State Mina Kimes. Kind of agree. Yep. Brady Quinn, Jamarcus Russell. Thank you, Jimmy Buckets.
Because to be completely clear, if you're going to say Josh was really bad his first year in Buffalo, Peyton Manning had 28 interceptions his first season.
Oh, yeah.
So we got to mention that too, right? Does that mean he shouldn't have been the unanimous #1 overall pick?
I mean, dude, it's such a horrible take. It really is. It's such a horrible take to be like, oh, wait, but she's right. He didn't look good in college. So therefore, if a team drafts him, they're stupid. And you can come on fucking national radio and scream like that. Give me a break. Also, you know what I hate on the flip side of this? That's a reaction of her being upset a team drafted a player. I hate when front office, the GM and the owners are in the draft room and they're like fucking fist bumping each other when they draft a guy. You don't know how this dude's going to work out.
No, it is funny, but
I'll never forget seeing the New Orleans Pelicans act like they were jumping. Their heads were hitting the ceiling when they drafted Zion Williamson. I will never forget it.
Yeah.
So anyways, Alan, what's up, Alan? Good morning. Mina Kimes has an MVP vote. Can't believe these people have a bigger say than people who actually have critical analysis. Yeah. Jared Goff had a losing record in college. Yeah, good job. Anyways, I do have to piss, and then we are going to lock in and we are going to talk the games from yesterday. I have a lot to say. Steak has a lot to say. I'm looking forward to hearing what you guys have to say. The Super Bowl has been set. It's the Patriots. It's the Seahawks. Quick piss break, and then we'll get to it. All right. Everybody hang tight. Thanks for joining. Thanks for tuning in. I said we got a packed house. Appreciate you. Guys, as always, we will be right back after these words. Oop, wrong one. Jack. Okay, somebody said, did Jeff make this graphic? It looks crisp. You're goddamn right. I made the graphic. Still crazy that Phillip Rivers pulled out for the first time. Didn't see that coming.
Giggity.
That's good. Yeah, it's good. Good morning, Sandy. How are you? Good to see you. Just finished shoveling snow, kicking back now with a cold brew. Sam Adams. Oh, damn. Sam Adams at 11 a.m. Fucking love that.
Yeah.
So can we talk about Greg gatekeeping the lay? Oh, yeah. How about
Yeah, we didn't do it.
Listen, you guys, I know people are like, oh, DJ's cranky. DJ, why are you so angry? No. Okay. Maybe I am. Maybe I'm not. I have thoughts. I have opinions on how people should or shouldn't do things. I'm not always right. Okay. When I managed steak or managed a bar and steak was a bartender, I asked him to put a napkin down before he served someone a drink. I asked him to tuck his shirt and wear a belt. He didn't do it. But you know, at the end of the day, the guy did numbers. Everybody came to see him. He packed the place out. So what am I going to do? Okay. Do whatever you want. That's fine. When it comes to Greg, guys have to understand something. He is the dumbest smart guy you will ever meet in your life. And if you don't have any of these people in your lives, now you do. All right. Because you know who Greg is, at least through the internet. But this is the kind of shit I have to deal with. We have to deal with. You have to deal with it too. But you don't, things don't bother you like they bother me.
They don't, but I called him out before
you did. I'm actually very, very, very proud of you. And I love when you do that. You're very selective. And that's a good thing. And I don't want you to be like me. I want you to remain who you are, because that's going to make us better. Cornswall Butterworth, Jeff, did you wash your hands? No, I did not.
Hashtag wash hands, Kate.
You know, a lesser man would lie and tell you they did. No, I did not. Anyways, this fucking asshole, Greg. Let's go to his fucking stupid fucking page. Okay, let's go to his page.
Let's do a Greg page review.
Well, Greg's part of the fake Sharps, part of the fake Sharp family. Run, read, gamble, go Dino, and Pickett. Yeah, whatever, fuckface. All right. So this is what this guy does. There's this stupid fucking whatever about Mike McCarthy. Ready to take some live action on the Pats and the under. Okay, got Drake Mann reception, RJ Harvey receptions, Jared Stidham rush yards. I don't know if any of those hit or not. Whatever. Okay.
I think Stiddy hit his rush yards.
Okay, good job. Then he tweets another card.
Stiddy?
Huh?
Did anyone call him P. Stiddy?
No.
I just made that up.
Yeah, that was good. P. Stiddy. Well, it's too late now, but
maybe we'll get a chance again.
Probably too many cute plays. Now, let me at least say this. I'm very glad that Greg used the right two. So good job there. Over Shaheed rush yards, 4.5. Jackson Smith over receiving yards. Great job. Kyron, I think that hit. Kenneth Walker receiving yard. I think he did really well.
Yeah.
But it was nice of Greg to at least take the time, because it showed you he had time, to tweet a card for the Broncos Patriots game and a card for the for the Seahawks Rams game. This motherfucker comes out here out of nowhere and texts Steak and I and goes, bang. Can I get a retweet? I think you question marked the comment, and I said, what are you talking about? That's what this guy did. That is what he did. He texts us, bang.
And I immediately said, did you post the parlay before? And what did he respond?
I don't remember. Do you remember?
Unfortunately, I didn't.
Dude.
I was like, you know what, dude? I'll give you a retweet. But the most I'm going to say is fucking Greg.
Oh God. You know, I actually retweeted it before we clarified if he had already bet it or not. I said, send me the tweet. I don't know what you're talking about. He sent it and I was like, wow, that's a really nice parlay. And I just retweeted it. But then you asked and I was like, I didn't even think about that, because I don't know what he's talking about. And he didn't even fucking tweet. And now if he didn't tweet anything all day and he's like, oh, my baby's been sick, throwing up, I'm shoveling snow, fine. But you fucking tweeted 2 cards and you didn't think to post a parlay. This motherfucker hit a 68-1.
I was going to say he hit 100-1 earlier this year. Like, he could literally just be a famous fucking lottery parlay capper now.
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear from Beef. Inexcusable for Beef to post anything. He posts screenshots with 17 bets. No excuse.
But Rashid Shaheed ladder on the first play of the game. That was pretty fucking
Yeah,
sick.
that was awesome. That was awesome. Great call. This is unacceptable because what Greg doesn't understand is we are in the content business and we're in the sports betting business and in the space, right? Parlays are the gold of the space. We are not, we try to be, we have fun, but we're not the biggest parlay guys. We're not lotto guys. We're not out here taking fucking 18, 15 leg parlays every single game. No offense to anybody who is. If that's what you do, so be it. But Greg has a parlay of Kyron Williams, Devontae Adams, Puka Nacua, JSN, and Kenneth Walker, $25, $1,745
parlay
in the second to last football game of the season. And this fucking idiot doesn't think to post it first.
Yeah. I might have to do one of those things where I say unfollow Greg and follow DGen because I'm so mad.
You know what? That would be the right thing to do.
Yeah.
That would be the right thing to do. I would push that on as hard as I could. Anyways, yeah, I'm glad you got upset at that because that got me fucking pissed. Yeah, listen, I get it. I get it. You posting tickets. Greg is not obligated to post a parlay before it wins. You're not obligated to post everything, but you should. You know what I mean? You should do that. So a month ago, I went 1-10 on sides and lost 3K, but I had a 17-game parlay and never received more glaze in my life. Parlays are on Twitter. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. But have a little accountability and integrity. Post it before it hits.
Or even, you know what, dude? Like, what about when 3 of the legs hit, right? And then you say, like, you know, like that even would have been better. But after all 5 hit, it's crazy.
Well, okay. So this is a great question. And I thought I did a good job of making it clear that no, it's okay. I'm probably guilty of it too, where you didn't post every bet and then you post it later. It's the second to last game of the season. Greg is clearly knows to post his bets. He's posted 2 tickets already, 2 slips of each game. It's the second to last game of the season. Get the people going. This is the space you're in. Get the people going. If this is week 5, I probably don't give too much of a shit, honestly.
Yeah.
But it's the NFC Championship game, man. This would have been awesome. So, anyways, parlays running Twitter is every sportsbook dream. Right. Yeah, I know. I know. Yeah, PODs get views to Rowdy. Brown's going to hire Nate Schilhays. I don't know. But without further ado, it's already 11:11. We're having a great time hanging out over here. We got to talk ball. Steak. Patriots, Broncos. Yeah. Everybody lock the fuck in. All right. Everybody lock the fuck in.
No more cute shit, guys.
No more cute shit. We're talking ball. We got 50 minutes. Plenty of time to talk these 2 games. The Patriots are going to the Super Bowl. I'm going to pull up the box score on this one. They beat the Denver Broncos 10-7. Jared Stidham, now that Sandy's here, not that I intended to do this, but RIP on your Jared Stidham passing yards ladder. Nothing looked more beautiful to start the game than Jared Stidham over passing yards after that 50-yard fucking dot. You know what I said out loud, Steak? You make fun of me because it's kind of a Gen Z thing, but I said dot talk.
You love saying dot talk.
I like dot talk. I do. I like dot talk. I'm here for dot
that was
talk.
An absolute dot that he threw. I'll say that. The Patriots did not think he was doing that. I'll say that. No shot they thought that was happening.
Well, I'm glad you said that because it was actually very frustrating that the Patriots defense, specifically Christian Gonzalez, did not take this motherfucker seriously. They didn't take Jared Stidham seriously. Meanwhile, we're over here all week listening to the glaze that is Jared Stidham. Oh, Sean Payton wanted this guy for a reason. Blah, blah, blah. Did you say that?
You said it.
I said that. Yeah. Well, that's Sean Payton. That wasn't a first drive, by the way. That was a second drive. Just to get technical. But they did go down. They went up and then they lost the game. Sean Payton did the Sean Payton things in the second half. We'll talk about that. Cornwall Buttersworth giving us $5. Appreciate it. You see the recent trends of underdogs in Super Bowl. I love the Patriots dog. We'll talk about it. Yep. Jake mid. We'll talk about it. So Broncos go up first. They go up early, 7-0. Then the Patriots tie at 7-7 because of a controversial Steak pass backwards. Patriots tied up 7-7. They go on to win the game 10-7. I want to get your overall thoughts and takeaways, and then we'll come back to me, and then we'll dive into the game a little bit more. We lost the Patriots -3.5. I'll go through my card a little bit because one of the best cards I've ever had in my life. What were your takeaways on the Patriots Broncos?
Well, first of all, if that was a pass by Jarrett Stidham, then I'm Sydney Sweeney. That was 100% not a pass. And I understand
That
wasn't a pass.
If you go like this, it's a pass.
He didn't go like that. He didn't finish the motion of a pass. He fumbled it. That's why it was a fumble. The mistake and what was controversial is that it should have been a defensive touchdown, but it ended up not mattering because Drake May ran it in. Drake May touchdown. You were absolutely in your bag. That was awesome. Sunday steak parlay plus 630, kind of sexy. That game sucked. I thought that game absolutely sucked ass.
It did.
I really didn't enjoy it. And I'll just go ahead and be a man and admit that any way you slice it in any weather, Patriots minus 3.5, 4, 5 was the wrong side. The Broncos dominated the game. Like I always mention, I got family in Denver, and it's crazy how quickly it can turn in from a beautiful day to what it looked like on the football field in the second half. I know there's people out there, they're more purists than I am, and they said, this is awesome. This is football weather. This is so cool. Line them up, and your best versus my best. And that shit sucked. That shit sucked. But let's mention before it started to suck, Drake May sucked. He was awful. Drake May passing the ball was missing throws he has made all year long. He was bad. Thank God he did some things with his legs or they wouldn't have won the game. I still kind of think it's a miracle they won the game. I feel like Jarrett Stidham did the one thing they probably beat in his head you can't do is bro, when the play's over, just take the sack, man.
Yep.
What are you doing? What are you doing? You're at minimum, you were supposed to be the guy smart enough to not make that mistake. But I just think the Patriots really, really got lucky in that one. I wasn't prepared to shit on them for the Texans or the Chargers win. I am shitting on them a little bit for this win. I thought the Broncos dominated this game. And if the weather stayed the same, I thought Stidham would have probably pulled out a victory, to be honest with you.
I agree with you. Let's talk about the weather for a minute. So there's a good discussion going on right now amongst NFL fans after that awful Broncos Patriots game.
Yeah.
Do you think football should be a pure sport played outdoors on grass, no matter the weather, the elements of Mother Nature? So rain, wind, snow, sleet, it does not matter, because there is something aesthetically beautiful about seeing it. And there is something that you appreciate about these, whatever you want to call them, gladiators, warriors, whatever. They get paid so much money. It's all right, you got even more adversity right now. Who's going to fucking be the toughest amongst these, 22 on 22 men out there? But then if we really, really want to take it, zoom out a little bit on that whole thing, it does make the game pretty fucking hard to watch. Makes it hard. Yeah. It makes it hard to run plays. It makes it hard to execute offense. It makes it hard to do a lot of things. It makes it hard to throw. It makes it hard to catch. It makes it hard to see what fucking yard line you're on.
Yeah.
It really just makes it sloppy. So, because they were talking about this with the Buffalo Bills building a stadium. I don't know if it got talked about with the Minnesota Vikings, but do you think football is better and should be played in domes, or do you like it outdoors?
I don't like what I saw yesterday. I understand. Listen, man, I know there's a bunch of hardos, kind of like C-Zinc in the comments. You're a loser if you don't like snow football. Trust me, I know people feel that way. I respect your opinion to feel that way. I just want to make it very clear. I don't agree with you. And I think if you watched the second half of that Broncos-Patriots game and you thought it was enjoyable, then you watched that incredible football game that followed where they played real football and they threw forward passes and stuff, and they didn't just run over and over again because that's all you can do in that kind of weather. If you thought that wasn't significantly much, much better, we just don't see it the same. I thought that game absolutely sucked. And Jay Perp, that's a really good point that I actually was going to bring up to Jeff. I'm trying to figure out how the Eagles-Rams game was able to be so awesome in the snow, but then Jarrett Stidham and Drake May literally couldn't complete a pass in the snow. What am I missing? That was the difference in the weather in Denver yesterday versus the weather in Philadelphia last year. Because honestly, I thought about that 20 times.
I have two answers.
Okay.
One, right, DJ Ludd nailed it. Competent QBs. You just said it. Drake May was bad. And
it was Jalen Hurts.
I know, but hold on. There it is, Sandy number 2, wind. If I had to hear Tony Romo tell me one more fucking time about the conditions, I sent that tweet. I'm glad it did well. Yeah. He was unbearable. Like, I get it, dude. It's brutal. But the one thing that was nice to point out that I didn't really understand was the wind was blowing one direction in the field. So if you had the downwind, meaning it's like at your back, it's benefiting you. If it's at your face, it makes it almost impossible to do anything. The Patriots had the downwind in the third quarter. They went against it in the fourth quarter. Advantage Broncos.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
the Patriots, the one thing we do have to remember, because I don't want to give these two teams too much of an excuse about the weather. It was clear for 3 quarters. Drake May was awful.
No, it was awful.
And who was worse was Josh McDaniels. Josh McDaniels is having a horrible playoffs, in my opinion. And it's hard to say that because you look at their offense and they beat the Chargers defense, the Texans defense, and the Broncos defense. And you have to say to yourself, what do you mean their offensive coordinator is not doing well? They just beat 3 pretty good defenses, really good defenses. But man, dude, if you watch how he's calling these games, it is awful. And I think what happened is Drake May was this guy in the regular season who was throwing beautiful passes. Anything you called, downfield, midfield, didn't matter. Short plays, did not matter. He was dropping them. But for some reason, he's not adjusting because he's not realizing this shit gets different in the playoffs, man. Pressure's a little bit different. The pass rush is a little bit more intense. The pocket's collapsing, whatever. The wide receivers aren't as open. But goddamn, dude, Josh McDaniels is calling a horrible game. Drake May winning a football game with 86 passing yards. I'm pretty sure I saw a stat that's never been done before in a conference championship game. Less than 100 yards passing.
They've also scored the least amount of points any team has that reached the Super Bowl in the playoffs.
It's absolutely insane. And I'm not totally surprised because even though the Patriots scored 28 points against the Texans, if you watch that game, the Patriots offense was not very good. I don't care what you say. We understand. We all know that there was a defensive touchdown, but they scored 21 points. A lot of that had to do with CJ Stroud and that Texans offense giving the Patriots such good field position. But man, even still late in that game, it was a 1-possession game. It was 21-13 in the third quarter of that game. Drake May has not been good, and Josh McDaniels has been even worse, in my opinion. The guy who deserves almost all the credit is Mike Vrabel.
And the defense, right?
Well, that's what I'm going to get at. But Mike Vrabel, I think, is a defensive guy. But this Patriots defense is playing their asses off, and they are incredibly underrated. I told you when I had that Quinn Ewers under passing yards play, so many people commented, wait till you find out the Patriots defense is ass. I'm not seeing it, man. I'm not seeing it.
No, they're playing awesome. Great football. Great football.
So, yeah, I really like this defense, and that kind of plays into my my best bet in the Super Bowl, which I've already got. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But I wanted to ask you, we got to talk about this. RJ Harvey, 39.5 rushing yards. Beef. I know. Listen, Beef gets a lot of bounces, dude.
Pulling out for Beef.
Yep. You get a lot of bounces. And listen, that's not a bad thing. I would rather be lucky than good. You are good. You're a good better. You know ball. Whew, tough beat.
He got less bounces this year than last year. Last year, he was getting garbage.
Oh, for sure.
Every week.
Oh, my God. His touchdowns that he was getting were absolutely insane. 39.5 rushing yards for RJ Harvey. He has 40. The last carry he gets, he loses 3 yards. And those were big yards that were lost too, because that was when the Broncos had the ball at like the 32-yard line. Oh, that's the other thing. The Patriots punter was fucking awful. God, he had a 34-yard punt in the first quarter of that game when the conditions were just fine. He was terrible. Really, really tough beat. But we have to talk about this. You know I've been a Sean Payton hater. I did say I'd give him my respect and I'd tip my cap if we won a playoff game. You want a playoff game? Do I get to take any sort of victory lap with his decision to not kick the field goal and go for it on 4th and 1 at home with your dominant defense and a backup quarterback? Because that is one of the worst decisions we will see from a head coach.
Okay. No, you do not get to victory lap anything.
Okay. I know. Wait, let's move on.
No. I want to talk about the play call.
I'm just kidding.
Okay. You get to talk about the play call. And with the play call, I agree with you. Go up 10-0, man. Go up 10-0. Your defense is dominating the game. You know you have one of the best defenses. At that point, Jarrett Stidham had been moving the ball down the field. You got to give him credit. And you go up 2 scores in a game like that you know is going to be low scoring. I thought that was really bad, but specifically the play call. what are we doing? What are we doing with that play call?
It was a play action to the right.
To I think to RJ Harvey, which even if he caught it, it wouldn't have been a first down. It was like almost behind the line of scrimmage, just so weird. But you could go up 10-0 with your backup quarterback. You need to do that. But you can't victory lap. This guy almost got to a Super Bowl with Jarrett Stidham and in his second year of quarterback. Next second year, yeah. I am not hating on Sean Payton whatsoever, but I don't think we glazed the Patriots defense enough, or I don't think we're glazing the Patriots defense enough. They said there's just no shot that Jarrett Stidham is going to pass the ball. And he said, yeah, watch me. He bombed 60 yards to Mims, punched him in the face first drive, and they made him look completely incompetent after that. Like Jarrett Stidham looked completely incompetent after that. I think he literally had 30 yards passing from that point. Yes, the weather played a factor, but the Patriots defense has been balling, and they've been opportunistic against the Texans, against the Broncos, against the Chargers. I don't care all the issues those offenses have. I know, but you still got to give it to the Patriots defense. They're playing great football.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that. And that was part of the reason my 2-unit best bet was on the under in that game. I didn't care about the total. I told you, I think the under is fake sharp. I'm sorry, the over was fake sharp. It was bet up 40.5 to 42.5. Both teams played games that went over. The weather for the most part in the game looked fine. But what I saw was a Drake May that was struggling in the playoffs, Josh McDaniels that could not call plays, and I did not buy into this Jarrett Stidham shit. But that first drive had me a little nervous, 100%. That was a nice call. That was a nice dot. And Steak, you said punch him in the mouth, but you didn't point this out. That was on Christian Gonzalez.
Yeah, Christian Gonzalez did not think they were going 60 yards to Marvin Mims.
The Patriots came out really, really lethargic, and I was upset with Mike Vrabel for that. But the second half, that's when Sean Payton shits down his leg, and Vrabel got his guys locked in, and they did not waver at all. Also, nobody's really said this, so I'm going to go ahead and say this. We got to give some credit to the fucking to the refs. Do you even remember a penalty being called?
No.
There was 3 penalties in the game. 1 by the Patriots, 2 by the Broncos. I mean, that was beautiful. It was already an ugly enough game. Stay out of it. I want to go through and point out another bad beat. Speaking of Beeves' bad beat, Drake May to have the most rushing yards, 7-1 in the game. Ramondre Stevenson averaged 2.8 yards per carry, and he got 25 carries. He had 71 yards. Drake May ends with 65 yards. Absolutely fucking brutal.
That sucks.
2-unit best bet, 42.5 on the under. How about these babies? Yeah, I'm glazing myself because we're not going to get a chance to do it.
You're in your bag. You're absolutely in your bag.
Broncos total points 0 to 10 plus 390. How you doing? Jarrett Stidham, Drake May, rushing yards 48.5. The worst line I have ever seen in my life. I put $150 on it. I should have put 10 times that amount. Drake May, anytime touchdown score. Bang. No touchdown in the game. I did sprinkle on that. I thought that'd be kind of fun. Absolutely did not enjoy watching the game. But back to what we were talking about with the elements of the game, it is fun. It is fun to see football being played. But I have a hard time using this game as the barometer of where do we judge football.
Do that, man.
What's that?
A lot of people are going to do that.
They are doing that because you just said it. We saw beautiful played in snow that's been really, really good. Eagles Rams was awesome. We've seen the Bills Bengals play really good games. So I want to be cautious on being like, oh, fuck that game sucked, put every game in a dome. That had a lot more to do about 2 good defenses and 2 poor QBs playing. Rare WDJ, but 150 on the worst line you ever seen is an insane L. You know what, Jay Thorpe? I'll own that. I have been betting like a bitch after getting my nuts kicked in for the past 2 years, and I should have put more money on it, but what are you going to do? Anyways, last takes on this game. Steak, is there anything else you wanted to touch on, or should we get into the Seahawks Rams and then want to talk early Super Bowl leans? All right. So before we get started, I would like to give you your glaze. If you haven't seen it, there's a video. Well, if you watched the stream, you saw Steak talk about standing on business and not fading Sam Darnold. He talked about how people like myself have been talking about Sam Darnold shitting his pants. It's just not happening. It's not happening. I bet the Rams in this one. I did not buy a point, half a point. It was 2.5. I took it at 2.5. It was always buying it up to 4. Just kidding. 31-27 final score. Game goes over. It was always 2-game slate. 1 favorite covers, 1 dog covers, 1 game goes over, 1 game goes under. I'm telling you, this is one of the silliest systems or things that I pay attention to. You're making this stupid face. The shit hits.
It's very silly because it's so easy. Literally, all my boys at the bar yesterday, we all parlayed Seahawks and the over. We're like, oh well, this game's got to be amazing, right? Because that game was so shitty, and sure enough, it was free there.
Yeah, free as fucking air. Nice job, anybody who hit that. You didn't even get a point in the fourth quarter, by the way. 0-0 in the fourth quarter, 31-27. Sam Darnold, I tweeted this. He had a season high in passing yards, 346. What are you looking at?
There was no points scored in the fourth quarter of that game?
Nope.
Really? Weird.
Nope.
I did not even notice. That's kind of crazy.
346, 25 of 36, 3 touchdowns for Sam Darnold, an 82 QBR. Jared Stidham at a 19 QBR, just for comparison's sake. Matthew Stafford, 22 of 35, 374, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, an 81 QBR. Blake Corum, rushing yards. It was always going over Blake Corum. Shout out to the Pickett pregame. We absolutely fucking nailed that. Steak, good job. Kenneth Walker, touchdown, 19 carries, 62 yards. He also had 4 catches, 49 yards. JSN, 10 catches, 153 yards. I saw early in this game at a live wager on JSN over 125 yards at plus 270. It's kind of obvious that he was just going to get used so much in this game, and he was. 12 targets. Rashid Shaheed, 1 catch, 51 yards. Great call on that one, Beeve. We absolutely feasted in this game, except, like I said, I had the Rams. You had the Seahawks. Great job on the Seahawks. I'm going to take a quick piss. What were your takeaways on Seattle Rams?
Yeah, I was gonna say the Sam Darnold was absolutely incredible. Sam Darnold was absolutely incredible. I mean, it wasn't just like he was making the throws that Sam Darnold makes, because we know, like, I think everybody agrees Sam Darnold is good in a clean pocket. Sam Darnold made some throws yesterday with fucking hands, helmets, players in his face, a second away from being sacked. He made so many throws. He made throws on first down. I'm sorry, first down. He made so many throws on third down. Sam Darnold was absolutely incredible. And obviously, with the painting behind me, I'm a Minnesota Vikings fan. It's a little bit painful. I knew it was going to be, because I absolutely knew this was going to happen. I knew the Seahawks were getting the Super Bowl. They are the cream of the crop in the NFC. I know Matt Stafford can keep you in a game, but comparing the two teams, the Seattle Seahawks are absolutely the better football team than the LA Rams. Matt Stafford can be an X factor because he could put you back in a game. I believe that the game wouldn't have been close if Tariq Woolen didn't do what he did. Tariq Woolen should have had an interception before that, and then the penalty. But the Seattle Seahawks showed what I've known, unfortunately, for the last 8 weeks. And this is a good lesson on accountability, because I came on this same show in the beginning of the year and said that I thought the Seahawks were going to miss the playoffs. And then you get out there and you see these dudes. They're just nasty fucking dudes. Kobe Bryant, even Warri's insane. Tariq Woolen's still good. The defense is insane. I know they gave up some yards and some points. Everybody does to Matt Stafford. But, man, the Seattle Seahawks are just a good football team. And Kenneth Walker ran so hard on that first. They gave the ball to Kenneth Walker 3 times in a row. I assume you saw that, because
when he scored? Yeah. So glad they did.
So hard. The Seahawks are just JSN. That one-handed catch that didn't even move, I didn't even think that was possible. And then one thing I absolutely nailed that I just want to say, Cooper Kupp on third fucking down, man.
Yeah, you nailed that.
Every one of Cooper Kupp's catches were on third down. He had a third down touchdown. Cooper Kupp on third down. Crazy. The Seahawks are going to be a problem in the Super Bowl. We'll get to that. I think pretty much everyone's going to be on the Seahawks from what I've seen. So we'll obviously talk about that later, but you just got to tip cap to Sam Darnold. That was an incredible performance. He made pretty much no mistakes.
Yeah, great job. I'm glad you glazed Sam Darnold. He deserves it. C. Keating said, why is nobody talking about the Seahawks third and 8 from the 27-3-20 left? Kupp hits the ground, the ball comes loose. How is that not a catch? I tweeted this, and the very first guy to comment, I think it's Buckley. I don't know. I think you watched the stream. Buckley, longtime follower. Good dude. I like him. But his first comment said engagement farming. Horrible comment. That's
Can
not
I see the play on the screen?
Yeah, but the video that I used was not the best play. Hold on, or the best video. Can you you remember what I'm talking about?
You can't make that bigger, right?
No,
I remember the exact play.
Yeah,
I kind of thought it was obviously a catch, but I didn't want to say that.
Well,
before I saw it again. I
don't know that I think it's obvious. He caught the ball. He made a football move. He hit the ground by contact, but I just don't understand. Like, I still thought you had to maintain possession through that. You guys are saying very obvious, not really close. Really? Okay. I thought it was a little close. It's getting talked about. No, I didn't say it was a fumble. Didn't say it was a fumble.
See, that's what I thought. Who said that? Freeze. That's what I thought. That's what I was saying at the bar yesterday. Is I didn't think the catch was arguable. I thought it was arguable if he was short of the first down.
Yeah. The Rams special teams was atrocious. Great call there. Yeah, say picks.
Bad, man. That's kind of, you got to feel for a guy like that. You do nothing else for the team, and then you got to get pulled out of the game for Kyron Williams, replaced with Kyron Williams because you're just blowing it.
The punt returner.
Yeah, I don't even know his name, to be honest.
I don't either.
Smith.
Yeah, I don't know either. Mori is unbelievable. Yep. He is. I'm gonna bet on this guy some way, somehow. Maybe a Super Bowl MVP or something in the game. He is so fun to watch. He had 5 tackles, but you know what stat is really, really impressive that you don't see a lot of? Passes deflected. He had 3 of them. The Rams as a team had 5. He is just everywhere. He's so good, even in fucking like run defense. I mean, he tackles guys in the open field, running back, tight end, wide receiver, does not matter. He is unbelievable. One of my favorite football players on defense for sure. Puka had another great game, 9 catches, 165. The guy's an absolute fucking freak. Devontae, 4 catches. He got the touchdown, 89 yards. I mean, look.
Bro, that was one of the sickest things. Sorry to cut you off, but it can't not be mentioned. After the Tariq Woolen penalty, taking that deep shot to Puka.
On Woolen.
Oh, my Lord. I was like, this game's over. I literally looked at my buddies and was like, this game's over. There's just no way to survive this.
And that's coaching. And it's so funny. Like, it's so obvious to do something like that. Like, go fuck with the guy that just came out and off the bench like Sean Payton has done. I think he did it twice against the Pills. Go right at him. And Sean McVay right then and there, right after that taunting penalty, like, go fucking right at him. I absolutely love that. Love that. And Woolen is not a fan favorite of the Seattle Seahawks. So
they were getting chippy on the sidelines. And then he retweeted it and said, like, tried to defend it, but it didn't look good. I'll say that.
No. That guy, I wouldn't be surprised if he's not on the Seahawks.
This is what I thought should be mentioned. You could have ran the ball, tried to get him to use their timeouts and give Matt Stafford the ball back with 2 minutes. Mike McDonald, whoever, they said, fuck that, man. We're trying to win this game. And that's what we've seen a lot of coaches not do. Matt LaFleur, Sean McVay, to be honest. Bruh, the Seahawks just got it all right now. Their coach is awesome. They just are grooving.
Okay. So Sean McVay does not kick the field goal to go from a 31-27 to a 31-30 game. I saw that being talked about. People were giving him shit for not going for 2 to make it 31-28, which I would certainly agree with. But I wanted to ask you about this because I feel like it's something worth talking about. You talked more about the play call from Sean Payton in that Broncos game, but the decision is what I want to focus on a little bit.
Yeah.
Play callers, coaches, whatever, teams not kicking field goals, easy field goals.
I never in a million years would have kicked a field goal down 4 points there. And everyone's saying, like, okay, so the score's 31-30 and the Seahawks still run the clock out like they just did. The Seahawks got the ball back at their own 9 with 4.5 minutes left and ran the clock out. So just assuming that game would go the same way, that game would have ended 31-30, and everyone would have been shitting on the Rams for not going for it on 4th down. I understand you didn't get it on 4th down, so then it becomes easy to say take the 3. And absolutely not. You should absolutely have not taken the 3. That was the exact position in a game where you do go for it on 4th down. You're down 4 points with 4 minutes left, and you have Matt Stafford and Puka Nacua on your team. The play calling before that can be questioned. Like, it was 2nd and 4. And
the play calling was terrible by McVay.
Play calling was awful. They took Puka out, had a pointless run with Kyron Williams that got no yards, incomplete pass. Like, that could be talked. But if it's 4th and 4, you're down 4, you go for it. And if you would have kicked the field goal, it would have been 31-30, and then Sam Darnold would have ran the clock out.
Yeah. Just to be clear, I want to make sure I didn't fuck that up. I have no issue with Sean McVay going for it there. I agree with the people criticizing him on not going for 2 to make it 27-28, but well said. This is a good comment too. He would have gotten killed for kicking. LaFleur still gets killed by PMT for the same scenario. Absolutely.
Yeah, not the same scenario. LaFleur's right. But also the 2, whoever said it in the chat, they absolutely should have went for 2, in my opinion. They should have went for 2, because then it would have been 31-28 if you get it, and then you would have kicked a field goal there. Then it's a completely different game.
Yes. So the problem I have is when you know it's 4 down territory, call your plays accordingly. And that's kind of what I loved about what the Commanders did last year with Cliff Kingsbury and Jane Daniels. They were always kind of calling their plays to use fourth down as a down rather than a fourth down as like a surrender and punt. If you're going to go for it there on 2nd and 4, 3rd and 4, and 4th and 4, you should have absolutely fucking ran that ball and gotten some more yards. Absolutely. But to go from 3rd and 4, 4th and 4 is not fun. That's not fun.
It was pretty mad. It was pretty bad. It was pretty ugly. Like if you calm down, sobered up, and rewatch just those 3 plays, 2nd and 4, 3rd and 4, and 4th and 4, you'd be like, wow, this is a massive ball drop.
Yeah. Yeah. But aside from that, I mean, I thought the Rams, they're just like you said, they're not the better team. And we were talking about it with Pranav, who's a Patriots fan in the group. And I think him and Parker kept saying, if you're the Patriots, you're okay playing the Seahawks because you're not playing the better quarterback. If I'm a Patriots fan, I would have much rather played the Rams in the Super Bowl. Much rather. Their defense is nothing.
They're not,
dude.
That's Seahawks disrespect. It's been happening now for weeks and weeks and weeks. It's just
I don't want to play the Seattle Seahawks. Are you out of your fucking mind?
No fucking way. Those are some nasty, nasty dudes out there. The Seahawks are nasty and they don't look fun to play at all. I gotta be honest. The Rams defense looks like a picnic to play.
I agree.
Nice young picnic. The Rams defense is trash. I'd much rather play them if I was the Patriots and Drake May. Now, would I rather play Matt Stafford in a big game? Probably not.
Sure.
But yeah, Puka's amazing. JSN ain't that far off. I got news for you. I would much rather play the Rams. The Seattle Seahawks are a better team than the Rams right now.
Yeah, this was a great play. 4th down run by Stafford before that was insane. Yes, it was.
That's when you're like, This guy's just a gamer.
Yeah, we'll talk about it in a second. Hold on. They ran on 2nd down for no game. You're saying the right play call is to run it again there. If they did that, you would question why didn't they throw it. No, disagree. I would have ran it again.
I wouldn't have ran it again. I hated running it. I hated wasting the play on a weird run. I'm more on Alan Dim's side of this one. I would not have ran it again.
2nd down is an obvious run down.
They pulled Puka out of the game, so then it became the world's most obvious run, and that's what I hated about it.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. 2nd down is not an obvious run down. Typically, 1st down is. 2nd down is an obvious pass down. But 3rd down, you hit that motherfucker with a draw. Ooh, nobody's gonna see it coming. I'm just saying. Hold on. Hot take. Corum will be their lead back next year. Kyron doesn't have the juice no more. Interesting. I'm not sure I totally agree. I still think Kyron's pretty good and has some juice. But Corum looked great. 6.1 yards per carry. Kyron had 10 carries for 39 yards. You guys can do the math.
I was always play Corum bounce back. That was so obvious.
Witherspoon. I'd rather grab Amari, to be honest with you. All right. Let's talk some early Super Bowl thoughts. If there's, I don't think there's anything else. Did we recap everything we needed to recap? I think so. Chat seems pretty locked in, asking questions. We're having great banter, good turnout. Love Mondays. Rather face the Hawks offense, but the Rams defense. Yeah, 100%. I don't even know that.
Difference. That's obviously true, but the difference in the Rams and Seahawks defense to me is that gap is widening. The Rams defense is regressing all year, and the Seahawks defense is just getting better all year, I feel.
Yep.
And I understand Stafford lit him up yesterday, but he's Matt Stafford.
We have the Super Bowl line is open. Yeah, let's talk about it. Pick machine. Drake May rushing yards. Yep. Jared Verse kind of mid. Yeah, he's not having a great year. Just never go back to Jared Verse after. That's why I don't get greedy sometimes after he came through for Defensive Rookie of the Year last year. We got the opener. We got the line. Seattle is a 4.5 point favorite. They opened 3.5. They are still pretty juiced at some places, -115 on DraftKings. The total 45.5, bet up to 46.5. Steak. I was up at the gym, humble brag, at 6:30 a.m. this morning. I did 25 minutes on the treadmill. Then I did some chest. Then I did some tries. No big deal. Then I sat in the sauna for 15 minutes. And then it hit me. And I have my best bet in this game. It's a 3-unit play. That's $300 for me. It's already in. You want to know what it is?
Yeah.
I'm on the under.
Okay.
46.5 under. Yep. Going back to the under in this game. And I say back because my best bet for this weekend for 2 units was the under in the Patriots game. There's a combination of things I love about this. And I just don't see a flurry of points happening between Drake May and the Seahawks. How do you feel about that? You don't love it. That's okay. I know. That's all I see. So hold on. I thought to myself, the Seahawks are going to fucking kill the Patriots. in the Super Bowl. That's what I thought to myself. I think I texted you that in like the first quarter of the Seattle game. And then fast forward to late last night, even this morning. I'm not saying I started the fire with this. I certainly didn't. I think this is what happens. I usually say things and I don't even know if I am or am not on an island. But then you fast forward a couple hours later and I'm on a wagon with every other fucking Tom, Dick, and Harry saying the same shit. Nobody likes the Patriots.
No.
Nobody likes the fucking Patriots. It is already square and sharp on the Seahawks. And it's starting to feel like the Patriots are the ultimate Super Bowl contrarian play.
Yeah, well, it's square because it's obvious, but it's also sharp because everyone thinks they're going to get that line that's going to inevitably move in the Seahawks direction.
Well, it did.
Yeah, for sure. But that's why the sharps bet it. I have been gambling for a really long time, lost a lot of money, won some money. And 10 years ago, man, I would have texted you Monday morning and said, I'm 100% on the Patriots. I'm going to nuke it. You can't tell me otherwise. I don't want to hear about it. And I still very well might be on the Patriots. But the thing about being a contrarian or considering yourself a contrarian, but also being someone who believes you need to adapt or die, as I've been saying a lot this year, specifically about college basketball, is now I have to find the reasoning. I refuse to just bet a bet because it's contrarian and not have the reasoning. So during these next couple weeks, I will be searching for reasoning or finding a way that the Patriots can compete in this game with the Seattle Seahawks. Because I'll be honest with you, I do want to bet the Patriots. I do want to be on, like, I was on the square side of a lot of things in the playoffs. In this game, I'd actually like to be on the contrarian side, but I'm not going to do it. I am not going to do it if I can't find a reason. And I'll be honest, if you put a gun to my head right now on the stream and you said, tell me a reason the Patriots can beat the Seattle Seahawks, I do not have one right now. As it stands, I don't have a reason. From what I've seen from the Patriots, although I think their defense is actually a little undervalued and underappreciated, I have seen nothing from Drake May and way, way, way too much from Sam Darnold and the Seahawks to give you any football reasons that I think the Patriots can win. So that'll be, I am on a quest. I am on a hunt for reasons, and I'll let you know. I'll report back soon.
Love what you just said. Well, I'll give you some reasons. I'll give you a reason. I'll give you two reasons. The Patriots defense is much better than the Rams or the Niners. Mm-hmm. So Sam Darnold and the Seahawks are going to see their toughest competition in the playoffs because the Niners, let's be real. I mean, they were riddled with injuries. They were all backups. Salah can only do so much. And they had just played in Philadelphia. That was a nightmare. That was a nightmare for them. The Rams have just not been good for weeks. They haven't been good. Bryce Young carved them up. Yeah. The Patriots defense is like the most underrated unit in the playoffs. So that's one reason. I'm giving you another reason.
I love what you're doing.
Okay. The Patriots have potential offensively to find success.
Yes.
To be a good unit. Better than what we've seen against the Texans. Better than what we've seen against the Broncos. They're not a bad road team, but they've also been playing in some pretty shitty environments. Like even the game against the Texans in New England was not fun.
It's not just shitty environments. This is the number 1, number 3, and number 5 ranked defenses in the NFL they just had to play.
Sure. But what I'm talking about is just the elements, the weather.
That too.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So now you get them in San Francisco where I'm not a fucking weatherman. I don't know what's going to happen 2 weeks from now, but I would assume everything's going to be pretty nice. Maybe it's 70. Maybe it's, there's no wind, there's no rain. Perhaps Drake May and the offense can find a little bit more success against the Texans in shitty weather and the Broncos in a blizzard. Those are the two reasons I would give.
Yeah. What's that name in the chat? Tobjic. Mm-hmm. The thing about that is that the Patriots have been my other wagon.
Yeah, this is a collision of your wagons. This is a wagon. This is
Ole Miss Miami, and I was on the wrong side of that one.
This is a wagon collision for you.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's two Conestoga wagons just smashing into each other.
Alan, I could not agree more. I could not agree more. I would not be betting on Kenneth Walker rushing yards in this game. Walker under 84 rushing yards. The Patriots rush defense is very good. I will also say this. Christian Gonzalez going to be on JSN. I'm not saying JSN isn't going to find success. He's probably still going to have 80, 90 yards, but Christian Gonzalez is going to play much better than what we just saw yesterday.
I can't stop thinking about that JSN one-handed catch. It got not anywhere near enough glaze.
Okay. But what I was going to say is I'll be looking for a guy to catch passes on the Seahawks, not named JSN. So I love Rashid Shaheed. Huh?
Cooper Kupp again. It's Kupp, man.
Okay.
Kupp, big catches. It's Cooper Kupp. He's worth a sprinkle for Super Bowl MVP.
Kupp, Shaheed, Barner, maybe. I don't know if Barner did anything.
No, Barner's a good one.
How about Bobo for another touchdown?
Jake Bobo, dude. Jake Bobo made a grab.
One
Great
catch, 17 yards, and a touchdown. Barner had 3 targets. I think Shaheed will get some love in this game. I like Shaheed. He could be a sneaky guy.
What do you think the odds will be on him to run a kickback?
In the 20s.
Okay, and here's my question.
25-1.
I'm trying to recall kick
10-1.
returns for touchdowns in the Super Bowl. The only ones that are coming to me are Devin Hester and Percy Harvin. Were there any other ones? Some national championship ones.
No.
Desmond Howard.
Not that I'm thinking of.
Oh, Jacoby Jones. Jacoby Jones is a really good one.
Jacoby Jones.
The Ravens. Number 12, dude.
I do not remember that at all.
Yeah, I remember it.
Horrible.
That's it, right? I think that's it.
Is that what you're going to bet?
Uh-huh.
Okay, because you got to bet a cheeky play.
My cheeky play that hit, 2 years ago was the non-court QB to throw the touchdown. This year, I think it'll be a kick return for a touchdown.
You want my fun POD? I've already got it. Because I like to wait and build things up, but you can't do that anymore because we talk a lot of ball, and I know we influence people, and then they'll take their fucking bets and steal our mojo. So we're not going to do that anymore. I'm just going to tell you what I like. This is my play. I can't get it out of my head. I saw it in the sauna. The Patriots to score exactly 17 points. Exactly.
You saw odds on that?
Nope. I haven't looked at the board. I just put $300 in on the under on BetMGM. Had the best line, -110. Yeah, I shopped around thanks to Pickett. It was -115 on DraftKings and FanDuel. It was -110 on BetMGM. I fucking hate BetMGM, but it doesn't matter. I mean, I don't hate it. The book is fine. It's just old. But anyways, the Patriots to score exactly 17 points is my POD. I'm going to bet it every single way I can. And I'm going to bet exact scores. You ready for this? I already got 3 of them. 21-17, which has the Patriots covering. Okay. Shout out the Sharps. That'd be terrible for the books because then you get the 3.5 Patriots bettors win, the 4.5 Patriots bettors, 3.5 Seahawks. 21-17, 24-17. I know you want 26-17, 27-17. 3 exact scores.
Yeah. Speaking of, can I share another bad beat story with you?
Yeah.
Snowman had punt parlay plus 1,400. Broncos punt, Patriots punt, Rams punt. Darnold throws a 51-yard pass to Rashid Shaheed on 3rd down.
Yeah, that's tough. Yeah. Trying to think if there's anything else I like. Okay, wait. So on the Patriots side, I mean, I'll say this. Like, Clint Kubiak has been an unbelievable offensive coordinator. What a move by the Seahawks. He has been great. He's going to dial something up. Rashid Shaheed is having a play. But the Patriots, if they get that better weather, May is going to have a deep ball. He just is. Like, Drake May, longest completion. Pop Douglas. Could be Diggs. Diggs, that picture of him staring at the Super Bowl or at the AFC Championship, wanted to get back there against the Chiefs. That's going to make its rounds on Twitter. You think he's going to have a day? You there?
I'm there. I'm thinking if I think Stephon Diggs will be the most court bitch ever by the time
okay.
Starts.
What about Hunter Henry?
I was going to say Pop Douglas or Booty.
Hunter Henry is a guy that scores a touchdown in the Super Bowl. That's what
potentially. I think this is his best year of his career too.
What is up with Travion Henderson? I haven't really seen him do much.
It seems like they're not comfortable giving him the ball that much in the playoffs.
Stevenson has been fucking awesome. Yeah, Travion, 3 carries, 5 yards.
Into the Super Bowl 4 times? How could that be? There's no way.
No, I don't think that's not. How is that possible?
Good for the Bills and the Vikings. So we don't get there.
Yeah, no, you got the wrong guy. Booty and Hollins, deep guys. Oh, you know what? You got to give the one thing Josh McDaniels did do well. That flea flicker was nice.
Got it shipped. Yeah.
4 AFC championships. Right.
Well, and one was the NFC, but doesn't matter.
Yep. All right. So right now, I don't have a side. What are you laughing at? Oh, that's funny. Yeah, good job. I don't have a side in the game. I don't want to fade the Patriots. I'm certainly not fading the Seahawks. Gave you a little bit of a reason. I love what you said. And I'm going to clip that. That was a good take.
Yeah.
Under already in 46.5. Maybe I should have waited. Maybe it's going to get bet up. I love the under in this game. The Patriots are going to score exactly 17 points. That's my POD. I already have it. I've already seen it. I'm going to lean into it. I don't know what the odds are. I'll see if I can find them. I'll bet it. I like what Dim said a lot about the under rushing yards for Walker. Sam Darnold over 1.5 passing touchdowns would be a play. Like Shaheed to have something click. Kubiak's got to draw something up.
Not letting this comment slip by. So I'll wait for you to be done.
Go ahead.
Rams defense regressed is what I said. And this is actually a perfect example of what them regressing because they played Sam Darnold 3 times. They picked him off 4 times in the first game, 2 in the second, and 0 in the third because they got significantly worse as the season went on. And that's why they got lit up by Bryce Young, not once, but 2 times. And yes, the Rams defense went from being decent to good to actually pretty bad as the season went on.
You just cooked.
Thank you.
Good job. I think that's good. I think that's good talk.
Yeah, we did good.
Somebody's asking about NBA games. There's 2 NBA games today. What are we doing?
I'll give out the plays, but I haven't labbed. We do need a Steak Sunday special. I don't know that we got really. There's actually 2 pretty decent college basketball games tonight. Really good one. Arizona plays at BYU.
3 tattoos and they're all horrible. I will be insufferable. Oh, I'm sorry. What's the Hefe tweet?
Oh yeah. Can we show some love on that? He's trying to take his mom to the Super Bowl. We like moms around here. All kinds of moms. Say something about moms.
Love moms.
Thank you.
Being a mom is very, very, very difficult, very challenging. Shout out all the moms out there. I always people misconstrue just because I hate kids. Like I still love like good kids and good parenting.
Yeah,
you know?
And you love your mom.
Love my mom. Yeah. All right. Hefe, blow this up and I'll buy Super Bowl tickets for me and my mom. She bought me and my brother and dad Super Bowl tickets to the Super Bowls, but has never been to a Super Bowl. 1,000 likes and I'll buy us both tickets. Okay. So
I have a comment. It's sometimes life isn't fair. And I just want to be clear. It's not fair that Patriots fans get to receive Super Bowl tickets from their mom and then a couple years later have this opportunity again while I got this stupid fucking painting behind me and I'll probably never experience that. But don't tell me life is fair. That's all I want to say. The Patriots are back in the Super Bowl. The Chiefs or the Patriots have been in the AFC Championship, I think, like the last 10 years. Please just never try to tell me life is fair. But Hefe, huge W, and let's get him the likes.
Yeah, I just retweeted it. Good dude, by the way. Hefe, good dude. We like good dudes.
Definitely.
We like moms. We like good dudes.
Usually moms make good dudes, you know?
Yep. All right. I think we're good. That was a good show.
We're good too. Look out for the NBA plays and the Sunday Steak Special.
All right, guys. You all have a great day. Thanks for tuning into the recap as always. We'll see you tomorrow. Oh, by the way, I might need a late start tomorrow. We'll chat.
Yeah, we'll chat.
10:15, 10:30. We'll talk. You are very welcome. And that is responding to the chat as usual, saying thank you. Sunday and Steak for the stream, for the recap. You don't have to go home, but you could get out of here. Enjoy the rest of your day. Good luck on your wagers. We will see you tomorrow.
Bye.